Good morning, and welcome to the second episode of Breath of Fire 2, or Breath of Fire 2, Breath of Fire 4, for realsies this time, though. There's no constructioning happening outside my place today, so... and hopefully it stays that way. So we are back with more Breath of Fire to go to the unknown. Playing as Fulu. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm assuming that's it. That's how my American tongue will pronounce it. Yeah, so we're playing as the Ancient Emperor of Death, I guess. It's interesting. Most of the game you're playing as Ryu, but every now and then you just kind of have these portions where you're playing as this guy instead. Which is just kind of cool. Also, it looked like oh, we got a vitamin. Cool. Vitamins heal for a bunch. At least they did in the previous game. Well, let's take a look. Yeah. Restores 800 HP. Okay, yeah. So the previous game... this game is a... oh. Okay, that's a thorn bush. Thorn bush hurt. Don't walk in thorn bush. So the previous Breath of Fires kind of followed a similar format of, what am I thinking? This Breath of Fire is a lot more like Sky of Arcadia, where it just has really big numbers for everything. Whereas the previous ones were, used smaller numbers, but every number really, really mattered. And this one, number go up very, very, very quick. Is what I'm getting, considering we have, thousands of HP on our main character. Then again, I mean, bosses in the previous games would have had thousands of HP on them, just not on our main characters. They would have hundreds of HP. However, we can see that the Zorus has very little HP left, so... sorry, I was just pausing real quick there to make sure that the game audio was not coming over my mic. It is not, which is cool. We can see that the Royal Sword has the effect of Drain. So if we use that as an item, just like how in Breath of Fire 1, you could just continuously use weapons and some armors as items for pretty much unlimited use. They brought that back in this game as well. You could do that in 2. I don't remember if you could even do that in 3 or not. But you could do that in 2 as well. It was just much less use. In this game, they start you with the King's Sword, which you can do that with, and the Royal Sword, which you can do that with. So it seems to be indicating that that is something that this game is going to do a lot more of. But we've got a very grumpy-faced man here. We are the God Emperor... Fulu. Faulu? I don't know. There's an O in there, and I'm not sure how the OU is supposed to sound. Then again, I have no idea how his name is supposed to be pronounced in general, so... okay, so this is the guy who dispatched the soldiers. That was a mistake. So you were waiting for me. Thou knowest of us and what we are, then? Why, yes, your majesty. You are the first emperor who founded the Great Fu? I'm just going to keep saying Fu. The Great Fu Empire. I hope someone in the comments will actually correct me on how it's supposed to be pronounced so I can start using that, but we'll find out. And knowing this, thou wouldest greet us with malice in thine heart and thine blade in hand. Well, I mean, he is just a mortal. Well, you see, times have changed, your majesty. Ooh, he a big wizard. Hi, buddy. Alright, so we've got Calm. One of Yom's servants has a powerful fire attack. Interesting. Well, you see, this is where turning into dragon form is very useful. We've got Astral, which is the only one he could turn into, but it is your basic dragon form, and it has a normal property. Fair enough. Has a ton of HP. He's... oh, yeah. I think that was actually a tutorial that if you had not done this first, it would have just told you to do so. Yeah, these cutscenes, I'm pretty sure when I was trying to record this on the PlayStation, it would literally die every time one of those cutscenes happened. So that's why I'm doing this emulator. Alright, so he's got the Flame Fist. I got a Lucky Strike. That's basically a crit. That didn't do much for a crit, though. Alright, so we can hit twice still because of our weapon. We can also use new skills because we're in Dragon form. So we can do a non-elemental breath. The damage is greater depending on how much defense and HP we currently have. Not our max, our current HP and defense. The higher the number, the higher the damage. Got Frost Strike, which is a water-based physical attack. Wild Swing. Damage can increase up to 2 times. I'm pretty sure it has a bigger miss rate, though. Bing, which is your lowest form of water. You've got your insta-kill magic, and we can revert back into being normal. I'm gonna go with the breath, just because it will never be stronger than it is right now, because my HP will decrease during the course of the fight. And it's cool. I think you can skip these cutscenes if you want to, but I mean, it's the first time we're seeing it. Might as well watch it. Yeah, alright. So, the breath hits all opponents, I'm pretty sure. And instead of just doing one lump sum of damage, it does multiple smaller hits. And just like how in the previous game, so this is what I like about this game. It took pretty much everything that Breath of Fire 3 did, and it took what they learned from Breath of Fire 3 and refined those mechanics to make them a little bit better. So instead of having to use a special function to try and learn something, you guard instead. Your dragon forms, you transform into a dragon. I don't think it has the mix and match of the different genes anymore, which was cool. I really liked that. I'm not 100% sure. It might have something similar. But yeah, you've got your cost of transforming into a dragon, and then it uses, I think, 1/4 of that cost every turn to stay in dragon form, whereas in the previous game it had your cost of turning into a dragon, and then I think it used half of that cost was lost in AP every turn. In this one, it's 1/4, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it just took a lot of things from the third game and just kind of refined them. The master system is back in this game, and it's a lot better, because it's not dependent upon go up levels while you have that master, and then make sure you learn the moves before you get rid of that master, otherwise you have to go up all those levels with that master again. Now I think you do quests and stuff for them instead. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Let's try a Frost Strike. Also, fun fact. I think he hit twice there because his normal attack hits twice. His weapon allows him to hit twice, so I think his Frost Strike hit twice. I think that's the only reason why it did, though. Okay, so he's got his own breath that does nothing to me. I think the Frost Strike is mildly stronger. Let's try the Wild Swing, though. Why not? We are in no danger. Alright, well, that didn't do a whole heck of a lot. Fair enough. And why not? Let's just use Bing. Oh, but yeah, cool thing. Multi-hit. Also not for a lot. So it looks like Breath, which is getting weaker every time we get hit, and Frost Strike are probably the best ways to go here. Oh, but you can also see that his breath attack is losing power because he's losing HP. So that's pretty cool too. Let's just do another Frost Strike. It's probably stronger at this point. Because the Frost Strike does between 4 and 5. Actually, yeah, the Frost Strike does 6,000. Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. Fun fact about being in dragon form, though, if you are using skills that are learnable as a dragon, like if you gain learnable skills by turning into a dragon, your other party members can learn those skills if you have them defend, and you have Fulu or Ryu use their dragon skills. If they are learnable, your other party members can learn them directly from your dragon form. I didn't know about that until I was trying to find like some form of guide for these skills, just because I like the skill system and I want to try and get as many as I can. I was not finding a very good one, but this game seems to be really, really good about telling you if an enemy actually has a skill that you can learn. So I think I'll just use the game to figure that stuff out, frankly. That does mean I have to actually encounter every enemy. So if there's an enemy I just somehow don't encounter, I won't be able to see that it has a skill I can learn. But, you know. Alright, so we're weak because we just woke up from a long sleep, and we're not complete. Interesting. Well, I'm definitely complete enough to kill all of these jokers. So you do not intend to fulfill thine duty, as thou art called upon to do by our promise. Ah, it is as you say, my lord. For now we would have you sleep once more. I would call thee foolish. But thou art mortal. Thou cannot go against thy nature. No more than a fish could walketh upon the firmament. Yeah, Fulu does not have high regard for humans. To be fair, they're not really giving him much reason to. You will find that our promises are not broken easily. Return, then, to thy master and tell him our words. Trying to buy time, are you, Majesty? Set fire to the trees. We must stop him before he recovers his full strength. Maybe you should have kept your companion. They planned well. So it seems that Fulu is weak to fire. To be fair, he was using a lot of water magic. I guess I'm not going that way. One thing I didn't do, and I should have, if I had gone back to the tomb, we would have seen that our little dog guardian companion dude who came out of the tomb with us had turned into a statue in front of the tomb. Also, as far as I'm aware, there are no items that Fulu could be gaining in this entire area, so there's no real point in exploring. There's literally nothing for him to get. Or at least in the past, this is now the third time I've replayed this section in the past year, and I've never found anything, so... but yeah, Fulu has a strong affinity to water. And with your powers not fully returned, it is unlikely you will be able to survive a battle with my creations in this raging fire. We would know thy name, O cunning one. Alright, we've got Yom, General of the Imperial Army. I don't want to take any chances, find the body. Fair enough. Meanwhile, back at the canyon... Well, we managed to make it back up. Just a little ways more down to the town. Just a little ways more to town. Alright. There's no reason to go back down there. Fine, we won't explore, game. Yeah, so that's where we were going to jump across, and then we didn't. But we can just keep going here. Alright, and this leads us back over here and opens up more areas that we can go to. Now, sometimes as we walk, we will encounter these little question marks. So here we have Sarai. There's actually one of these question marks that I very much want to enter. If you enter a question mark in this little area, well, if you enter a question mark, it'll usually take you to an open field, and there you can encounter enemies, and there's always one item that you can get. Usually it's something low level. But if you go to a question mark in the little area, it'll take you to this specific map. And by the little area, I mean the little area just to the east of Sarai. I'm gonna hit you, and then I'm gonna guard with Nina. Because he does not have much HP. So if I look at this guy, he's barely got anything left. I really do want to try and get rest. Preferably on Nina, since she's my mage. But I guess, you know what, I can do that later. I can grind up skills and whatnot that I want later. As well as money. I'm going to want a lot more money. But this little area is cool and unique because it grants us a little fork in the road. There's also an item right here that we can get. Get an Aurum. The Aurum, I guess we can fly up and see the area. I believe the Aurum's the only thing in this little area. And the Aurum is very, very useful. It's a magic metal that can be used in camp to learn skills from a skill scroll. So, just like how in 3 you could transform, or you could move your skills from a character to a scroll, and then from a scroll to a different character, in this game you use Aurum for that instead of skill ink. But if you go to this little area and go into the fork in the road, it will lead you to a new area, the fishing spot. So that's pretty cool. I don't have anything to fish with, so I can't fish yet, but definitely wanted to get that. And, you know, if you enter a field otherwise, it will just take you to one of these wide open plain kind of areas that don't have anything in them. They're just for grinding. Oh, cool. Yeah, they will always have one little item bag that will have a little bit of something. And otherwise, you can just run around and fight enemies. And that's how you grind in this game, since it's not really an open world, it's an open path. Alright, here's an idea. Just because I haven't quite given up on trying to get this guy's skill yet. Let's guard with Ryu, attack with Nina twice, and see if that gets him really low HP without killing him. It killed him anyway. Alright, fair enough. Alright, well... my reasoning is if I get him low enough on HP, then eventually he'll use Rest. Because Rest restores HP and MP. That would be cool. I want him to do that so I can learn it. But whatever, we'll just go to Sarai. And welcome to Sarai. Well, Ryu, this is Sarai. Indeed. Does anything look familiar? Does it bring back any memories? Nada. No? I don't know what to say. But, I need to buy some things and get back to where my friend is, you know. You be alright by yourself, Ryu? I mean, I think so. Well, I guess that means we go our separate ways from here, then. Bye, Ryu. Hope you get back your memory soon. Thanks. And with that, Nina has left the party. However, she did leave us with all of the money. Now, Sarai is an interesting little area, because if you're extremely careful, you can walk around the sides of it, and I mean extremely careful. If I deviate from the wall, like, at all, it will throw me back into the world map. I don't think there's actually any benefit to doing this, but you can. And it will lead you to this lady back here. This guy, sorry. This is my shop, but I'm not selling anything. Great. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, you would normally see this guy around the town, or, like, from the side streets, but, this is how you get to him, by being extremely meticulous. I don't know if I can talk to this dog. Can I talk to this dog? Hi, dog. He whine. Alright, fair enough. Okay. Well, we can go this way as well. Oh! Something cool I forgot that you can do with Ryu. Let's go back to, the merchant that doesn't sell anything. Just like how in the first game, Ryu was taught how to steal by Tipo and Rei, in this game, Ryu can also cut people with his sword to cut their purse strings and steal a small amount of money from them. I don't know if there's any consequence to doing that. As far as I know, there isn't, but that's something you can do. And, like I said, you take one minor step off of the wall and it throws you out of the town. But that's really the only benefit of going around the wall. You can talk to that guy, which does not appear to do anything. But this is Sarai. It's an interesting little place. Hail, travelers! I bet you've got a lot of questions. Well, you've come to the right place, because I've got the answers. What do you want to know? Okay, so here you can learn a little bit more about various things. Combo attacks is something we haven't discussed yet, so let's talk about that. For example, let's say one of you casts a fire spell. Then the other person uses a wind spell. These two will combine to create a more powerful spell. That is called a combo. There are tons of things you can combine into a combo. Experiment and see what your capabilities are. Yeah, so you can use combo magic in this game if you use two spells, or skills, not necessarily spells, that complement each other, which is really cool. I believe there's also a few dragon skill-based combos that you can do too that get obscenely powerful very quickly. But we'll get there later. We don't really have capability for that at the moment. That being said, looking for something, you should try the tavern. Fair enough. That being said, I do have money. I want to buy new equipment, but I'm going to need that money for very specific things first, and I can always grind money for equipment later. So let's progress the story first. Came from the cliffs to the desert. How'd you manage to do that without falling? Don't talk to me about falling off cliffs. Alright. Hey buddies, how you doing? Haven't seen you around, you passing through? Keep an eye on your purse if I was you. There's a lot of folks here that'll try and swindle you. Be careful. Looking for something? What you looking for? Need a hand? Want some help? Alright, bud. He's a very good bird, and not a chocobo. Very important that he is not a chocobo. Hi, Nina. Just hiding in a corner. Okay, Nina. Whatever you say, lady. Alright, we've got an empty room. Is there anything I can, like, get from this empty room? I don't remember if in this game you can search, like, most things, or if there's still very specific things you can search. I know there are hidden items that you can get, but I don't remember the context for them. Well, you can walk over here and talk to this dude. There are all kinds of things in places like this. If you're looking for something, it might be a good idea to talk to people here. Yeah, fair enough. We can certainly do that. Nope. Okay. You want to buy a treasure? I'll give you a good deal. You know what? I will do that, actually. And he'll give us a lead ball. That lead ball will be very useful later. It is for a trading side quest, where we keep trading an item over and over across different people, and eventually I think we get a master out of it, so it's actually very important. Oh, this is the merchant that we stole these clothes from. Fell and lost her stuff, right? Yep. Way to just complete some dude's sentence for him. Alright. Hey, can I... I got a bad feeling about this. Alright, so there's a giant monster in place. Sandflyer. Wow. Don't know nothing about that. This here is a tavern, not a store. What do you have to say? Nothing in this world's for free. You want to ask someone here something? Try buying them a drink or two. Do you know anything? You want to talk to me? Well, if you want something from someone, you gotta have the right attitude, don't you think? Alright, buy you some food. Well, let's not waste any time. Sure, we'll read the instructions. Make the bar patron happy by giving him food and drink. Giving him food increases his food and happy parameters. Giving him drink increases his drink and happy parameters. Be careful not to let his food and drink gauge fill up before his happy gauge. His happy gauge won't go up as much if you give him the same things. So vary what food and drink you give him. Now we good. Alright, so starting off, let's start with a sausage and a beer. And we'll get a beer. We'll get him a steak. How about some wine? We'll go for another sausage. How about another beer? Alright, well, how about another steak to round things out? Alright, cool. Oh boy, I'm full. I'll tell you what you want to know. If you're looking for something, go talk to the information broker in front of the inn. He can tell you where to find what you're looking for. I'm impressed I don't meet many young folks as generous as you. Got something for you. And to give us a panacea for doing a good job on the minigame. Cool. Alright, well, we now know that we need to talk to the information broker. Hi, Nina. Well, I'm going to stand here and just awkwardly stare at Nina for a bit, and I will see you guys in our next episode where, I don't know, I guess we talk to Nina, and then also talk to the information broker. Maybe see about some Sandflyer parts. But I'll see you guys then.